Fala, Manuel. How you doing, Manuel? Como é que você tá, Manuel? Beleza?
Isso aí, povinho, povão, povarel. Chegando aqui a mais um dia de trampo, mais um dia de jornada. Espero que estejam todos bem por aí. O dia aqui foi punk. Aqui, ó. Não tá tão frio, mas sabe aquele dia molhado da porra? Aquele dia que tá embaçado. You know those days when it's not very cold, but it's very wet. That makes the work a lot harder. You know, so after work, it's just nice to come and do a bit of stretching. You know, just do a few kicks a little bit before making my way back home. It helps to prevent the pain which will come after work. You know, when you go for when you say a quick training, it doesn't mean you need to train for half an hour, 40 minutes, 1 hour. No, 10, 15 minutes, a little bit what you can do. This is better than nothing. Of course, I'll just put the machines back in and I might do another couple of kicks in there. But I might come later on tonight if I manage to go to York, to one of my schools. I may just have a quick look what's happening around there and I may do another recording. If I'm not going to one of my martial arts schools, I might just do a little bit of shaker making at home, like make some artisanals for music. But for you guys who are not subscribed to the channel yet, if you can subscribe to the channel, if they only leave a like in there, that will help the YouTube to understand some people may like the content. And it gives us the chance to grow a little bit more. I'm planning to, well, I'm trying to get 1,300 subscribers by the end of the month. I don't know if it will happen. It will be really, really nice if it does. Okay, so if you guys could help me with your subscription or just share with your friends or even just leave a like or a little comment, can be even a little face, you can leave it there. Everything helps on the process of trying to make this channel to grow a little bit. So if you are new here and if you don't know what is going on in here, my name is Sandro, I'm from Brazil, I'm a Coleman. I live in Great Britain. I moved to York back in 2006 for a little experience of martial art event, which should last 2 weeks. And as you can see, 19 years later, I'm still around, I'm still here. So if you just want to, and I'm a Coleman, I'm a chef, I'm a massage therapist, and I run a club of martial arts, of capoeira, Brazilian street fighting. I do practice eskrima too, but I tend not to show much of the eskrima here, just in case some of whoever is watching here won't have some stupid ideas, you know. So I'm much more calm into that one. But it's all part of the process of the martial arts, the block, the attack, the defense. So you're gonna see a lot of madness in this channel. So if you want to subscribe, be my guest. I'm quite happy. It's not as cold as it was. So at least, even though I'm not training much, at least it's okay to do it's okay to do a little bit of movement. Of course, you still need to warm up the body. But most of the warm up, what I can do, I can make it just as I'm doing the kicks, as I'm doing some stretching. It's much easier. Let's put on that way. Yeah, I didn't realize the time actually. I was supposed to be home by now. No, I was supposed to be home a long time ago. I don't know why I'm still doing here. But as I say, even though it's going to be 10-15 minutes of stretching, it's better than not stretched on. It's better than nothing. Okay? So I hope you guys are well. I hope everything is working good in your life. Okay, I hope this year has started find you with a lot of plans for the new year. You know, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the likes you guys left in this group towards me. Okay, I really appreciate, guys. You may not believe it, but it's nice. And some of you may say, well, you are just saying it because you want the likes, you want to have the subscribers. But in fact, no. This channel is not monetized. I'm not bothered about it. If I do monetize it, of course, it's a bonus. You know, making a couple of quid here and then would be quite nice. Nobody says no to money. Money knows no color. Money knows no bullshit. So money is money. At the end of the day, in your pocket, money is money. But apart of that, I have made quite a lot of mates and friends since I started operating more in this channel. You know, it's been quite interesting how you can communicate with people on the other side of the globe. Sometimes I make more friends in here than I would make in any other social media. I would make a lot more friends here from my country than elsewhere. I meet a lot of more friends from my childhood, from when I was a teenager, when somehow, I don't even know how, they find some of my videos, you know. It's a very strange thing. But it's very cool, you know. There are people that I don't see them for over 20 years. And they can see what I'm doing, they can see where I am. We can have like a little conversation, you know, nice little talking here on the social media. It's quite great, it's quite nice. It's nice for me. My family can see me more often. I don't really see much of my family in Brazil. My parents, my sister, they are doing their own thing. Oops, let me check this is one of the things I love. Where is the key of the tractor? The tractor is where else? Yeah, it's quite nice, it's quite cool when you can come here and then you can communicate with other people, of course. You know, there's a lot of friends of mine. They say, well, I would love to have the same courage of what you have. You know, I would love to, you know, just come on the social media or making a video and express myself and just talk, you know, without be worried if people will like what I'm saying or not. The only thing what I say to them, guys, what are you waiting for? Okay, yes, I fully understand it's not everyone who has a big mouth like me. It's not everyone who has these skills of talking. I'm not saying I'm a speaker, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, there's a lot of people out there with much more difficulties of communication than what I have. So, but guys, in the end of the day, who cares? If you speak right, if you speak wrong, you're always going to find someone to come and help you out. Anyway, I really appreciate y'all passing here and sharing this, as I said, this little moment with me. I really appreciate the time you guys waste. I appreciate this time you guys like spending here with me, you know, time to time, come and say hi, or leaving a like, or subscribing, or just coming here to criticize what I'm doing. As I can just say, guys, I'm not much bothered about that. Really, I'm not. You know. because this is not the way I make my money. That's not the way I make my living. I show you what I do to make my living, you know, when I'm doing my jobs over here, when I'm doing my massage treatments, when I'm teaching martial arts. This is how I make my money, okay? Not on the social media. Hopefully one day, why not? If there's a lot of people out there doing it, maybe one day I'll be able to do so, okay? But this is not what I'm aiming for. No, truly. It's always nice when you can make a cup of quid to, you know, buy extra cup of coffee or some cans of beer so you can just relax. But nothing what will pay my bills. I like what I do. I like being outside. I like the physical work. I like the hard job what I do, which for me is not a hard work at all. You know, it's just how I see it. Of course, a lot of people, they may disagree, but I believe we are all equals in the world. But we have different tastes, different ways of seeing the world, different ways of living, you know. And this is my way. I like physical work. For many years, working as a chef did bring anything good to me. Yes, it did. I made a lot of friendships. I got a lot of skills. I still have those skills. Do I want to use them right now? Absolutely not. Maybe one day, who knows? You know. But it's just how we see the world, how we live day after day. You know, if we enjoy what we're doing, if we are happy who we are, that's the main thing. At least, my point of view, I might be completely wrong. You know, I might be completely wrong. I'm just deluded. I have no idea. But I believe tomorrow when I wake up, it's going to be another day of challenge. It's going to be just another day when I have to open my eyes, you know, stand up and praise God for having that peace in my mind, you know, to have the ability of open the eyes and see what's in front of me, to hear what's around me, to speak, to walk. Just for the fact of waking up is already a day when I should be happy, just by leaving bed. Now, how is the day going to be? I don't know. I don't even know what's going to be around the corner. I don't even know what's going to be, you know, this gap between now I'm talking to you guys and by the time I get back home, which should be like in a few minutes. I have no idea. I don't know what's going to happen there, but I know what's happening right now. I'm living, I am alive, so I should be happy just for the fact I am healthy, you know. And the other things, yeah, once I have the health, once we have the guts, the power, you know, the energy, we can just go after our way of living, you know, enjoying life. This is how I understand my life. This is how I live one day after the other. Okay, what happened yesterday is just past. What's going to happen tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the gift. That's why it calls the present. Oh, I remember Kung Fu Panda. I remember the phrase from Kung Fu Panda. But you see, guys, sometimes we just need to take one step after the other, you know, and making sure we know what we want for our life. What I want for my life is very simple. I just want peace. Peace and health. That's what I want. If I want a better car, I know what to do to get a better car. Get to work, boy! Get to work, Panzi! And then you're gonna make some money to upgrade your car, to buy your house, to buy a nice food, to do whatever you want to do. But you need to go after your dreams. You cannot wait for the universe to bring that to your hand, because it is not going to happen. You can send the vibrations, the energy to the universe and say, well, I would like to have whatever. And then just put some hard work and just go and get what you want. You know, for me, life is simple and beautiful. On my point of view, I may be, as I say, I may be just a deluded guy. I may be just a dreamer. But I believe we can get whatever we want in life. Of course, for some of us, we're going to take a little bit longer than what it would take for others. Some of us will have to work a bit harder than others. But we all have the same we can all have the same experience in life. Opportunities, they will come and they will go. Sometimes we don't open our eyes to see most of the opportunities that come to our lives. So sometimes when you see it, you can take it on the first place. Sometimes if you don't see it, you're gonna have to wait for the next one to come to you. But we all have our opportunities. But remember, opportunities also comes with sacrifices. And sometimes we need to be ready to make some sacrifices to get some things what we want in our life, for our future, for our family, for our way of living. Okay, so nice talking to you guys. I hope you guys are all okay. I hope everything is working well in this beginning of the year for all of you guys, and I'll come back later on so we can talk a little bit more. So please do leave your like, subscribe to the channel, leave a message